Hi boys and girls, let's have some fun and draw together today. Maybe even your parents would like to join in. Anyone in your household is really welcome. Today's project is recommended for 5th graders. We will be drawing a panda today. Notice on my board I have many different samples. I have a couple of photographs and then another photograph here, and then I have a couple of drawings that I've made. Today the drawing that I'm going to teach you how to do is this panda right here. But boys and girls, you're in 5th grade now, and I know a lot of you have wonderful sketching techniques and can do things on your own. So if you see another one of these pandas up here that you like, and you'd like to do it instead of this one today with me, that'd be great, and then you know I'd love to see them. But I'm going to teach you how to do this panda today. He's got a nice background, but I have him under here, so in case you want to see that one, you can. Also, if we do this panda, or if you draw this one with me today, you certainly can choose any of the other backgrounds to do, right? You don't have to do the same background that I do. All right, so go ahead. For today, you're just going to need a piece of paper, a pencil, an eraser. If you'd like later to color it in with a marker or colored pencils, anything you have at home would be great. Let's start with our shapes. I'm going to use a marker so you can see better. Remember to hold onto your paper with one hand, draw with the other hand. The first shape is a circle. Anywhere on your paper, you can use a scrap piece of paper also. Next shape is a dot. It's a circle, but we color it all the way in, so we call it a dot. The next, do you remember the name of this line? Very good, boys and girls. Horizontal. Can we all say that together? Horizontal line. Next line, you remember that one? Vertical. Very good. Vertical line. Very good. We have one more line. Remember the name of that one? Diagonal. Very good, boys and girls. Let's say it together. Diagonal line. Okay. Then we have our half circles. A U. An upside down U. Looks like a rainbow. A C and a backward C. All of these are half circles. So if we put them together, it would make a full circle. Then we have our angled lines, which are our V's. A regular V, an upside down V, which looks like an A without the crossbar, a sideways V, and another sideways V. Very good. Then we have a slightly curved line. Remember, it is not as curved as our upside down U or rainbow. It's not as straight as our straight line. That's why we call it a slightly curved line. Then we have our lazy S. Our lazy S laying down or horizontally, we call a hill and a valley. And then we've been doing spirals lately, which is just fun. So remember, you start in the middle. Looks like you're going to do a circle, but you go past that point and just keep going around. And remember, they make wonderful snails. That's why they're fun. All right, so those are our shapes. Remember, we're going to do them before every project because it just makes it easier for us to draw. I'm going to go ahead and use my whiteboard, use a marker. As I said, I'm going to draw this panda today standing, kind of walking. I'm going to start with his eyes. Let's observe his eyes. The eyes itself are actually small, but then they have this patch, black patch around them. In this photograph, it looks more like an oval almost. This one, it's a little rounder. So however you'd like to make it, I did a circle. So how I started it, boys and girls, I'm going to start it right over here. And I'm going to do one circle. So I'm doing the outside of his eye. The circle, not his pupil or anything. Okay, outside of the eye. The two patches of black is what I'm doing first. There's at least a finger or two space. I'd say on your drawing probably a finger. I'm going to do two just because I'm bigger on my board here. So I'm going to do another circle. Now you decide how you want to put his actually eye in there. Okay, here I did a little differently. Here I did a circle, there's a little oval. Today I think I'm going to do an upside down U to start. And then I'm going to close it in with another U. And then I'm going to put a bracket or a parentheses on that side, parentheses on this side. And then I'm going to color this in, but I'm going to leave a little white spot somewhere. Kind of like that. And then all this is black, or if you're just doing a pencil sketch, it's going to be pencil, but it's going to be your darkest shade of pencil. Remember, there's different shades of shading that you can do when you do pencil sketches. Also remember, boys and girls, we didn't talk about it, but also remember all the elements of a picture. You have to think about what your picture's going to look like. Maybe you're going to do more than one panda. Maybe you're not even doing this panda and you're doing one of those. Okay, so think about the composition. I'm going to go ahead and do my other eye. Like I said, I did an upside down U inside of it, and then I did another upside down U there. I did a parentheses there, parentheses on that side, and then I darken it all in, but I left a little white. Okay, and then we have to darken all this in. Okay, so we have our two eyes. Probably need to move this, it's not my way. We have our two eyes, boys and girls. Notice that the head right here is very close, right? We've got a slightly curved line and then a diagonal line up. So we can start it either way. We can start with our slightly curved line here, or do a diagonal line first. I think I'm going to go for my diagonal line first. So remember, it's close to the eye. I want to make sure that I'm close to my eye. Hold on, boys and girls, I just slipped. I'm not used to my whiteboard. Okay, so here's my diagonal line. See how I stayed close to the eye? But now I'm going to curve around it, again staying close to the eye. Okay? A nice, slightly curved line there. And it goes to almost, observe where it stops and starts. That makes it easier for you to copy the drawing. Okay? So now for the nose, it's really a diagonal line out, kind of curved, and then you're going to curve wherever you think the nose is long enough and bring it back with a diagonal line, curved. And then the nose, I did a slightly curved line, closed it in with a U. If you want to leave a circle for his nostrils, you can, or you can darken it all the way in. It's up to you. Then for the bottom part of the mouth, it's going to start right about here. I'm going to touch, I'm going to come down just a little bit, and then I'm going to curve back. I'm going to stop just about maybe a tad longer than the first mouth. So now we have to put some ears in. Let's observe where the ears are in relationship to everything else. Okay, here's my eye, and my ears starts like on the outside of the eye. So I'm going to take a little bit of that away. All right, and start my ear right here. It's an upside down U. You decide how big it's going to be. I'm going to close it in with a slightly curved line. Remember, your panda might not be as big as mine, so your ear's not going to be as big. I'm going to have to move this. Can everybody still see it down here? I think so, yeah. In case you're doing that one, though, let's do this. All right, you can still see him down there. So we did the ear, right? Now we have to say, excuse me to the ear, hop over, keep that diagonal line going up a little bit, and then looks like it starts to square over right about the other eye, right? Starts to curve. See where my other eye is? That's where it starts to bend a little and change directions. I'm going to leave that there for just a minute. I have to come in and do this ear. Notice where it is in relationship to the eye. Here's my eye. I'd say the ear is right about here. Slightly curved line to start. And a U to close it in. I think I need to go a little higher with mine so I can get around my ear. I'm going to go a little higher. And then do you see how it comes around it? It's a pretty big head, boys and girls. And you start curving, 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 because we have to get to here, don't we? Curve, curve, curve. Slightly curve, and then right when you get to here, make a little curve to connect there. Okay? Let's color in our ears. All right, so now we can go on. He does have a pretty big head, so don't get worried that your head's so big. But now we've got the rest of the body to do. So we're going to start right here. We're going to go back for the top of his body. You decide how long it's going to be before you curve down. Again, I'm going to have to rearrange some pictures here. If you're working on this one, I'll move that down to there. I think we're okay. All right, so I'm going to keep coming back. I'm going to stop for a minute and start to work on this before I decide how big I'm really going to make my panda. Okay, so we have the top started. Let's go back and do a little bit more of this leg. You see this dark leg here? Let's put that in. So it's really just a straight line down to about right here is where you're going to stop. Okay, and then we're going to angle, change our angle. We'll get skinnier here. We're going to go back to the face right about here with a diagonal line. Okay, see how we're getting skinnier at the bottom? So you're going to have to decide how long you think that leg is going to be. I think I have to make it a little longer for my big body, so I'm going to make this side a little longer. When I think it's long enough, I'm going to turn direction, right, with a horizontal line going that way. Now, notice that you can do the pause any way you want. Here I did it with sideways U's. Here it's more of a half circle. More of a half circle. So you decide how you like it. I think we'll do more of like a paw today too, where that half circle is kind of cute. Okay, and then we'll bring this down to meet it. Now if you want to add claws to that, you can. I'm not going to today. So that's my one leg I have there. Then we have the really big leg in front. Okay, I'm going to start right here. It's not going to be quite, it's not going to come to the same, not going to come down the same. It's going to stop a little shorter. Again, when you're ready, you're going to turn that to a horizontal line, then come back to wherever you think the leg should be. And make it a little cute, right? Maybe this I could even make a little bigger. All right. Okay, so now we just have to keep coming back with his body. I'll put that there. Okay, so I'm going to come back with his body. I think I'm going to start turning the other direction right about here. Now notice where my other leg starts, okay? Right about in the where this bends. You see that? So that means I want to stop right about there with my back of my body, and there's where I want to put in my half circle so I can do his back leg. A straight line down. You can you can make a diagonal line a little bit if you want it in. I'm okay with it straight. I'm going to try to end about the same. Just have to take a little bit off there. And then I'm going to change directions, right? We're going to do these cute paws today instead of the others. And then I just have to close this in, remember? A diagonal line because I want it a little skinnier here. Okay? So there's one. Now we just have to close in his tummy. He's got a pretty low tummy. See what that actual line is? It's not up here. It's really way about down here. So I'm going to do that. I just did a straight line. If you want to do more of a curvy line, let's do more of a curvy line today. Okay, looks a little bit more natural than my straight line. And then we have to do one more foot over here. So this one's behind. It's not going to be, again, as long. It's going to stop a little shorter. I'm not going to quite see all of it either. There I go down, over. I'm going to make that cute little half circle for it. And then back up. All right, let's see how my panda looks. I think I'd like to make that leg, it looks a little skinny. I would make it a little thicker. And go in the back or in the front of it. I'll do the front of it. It's the beauty of an erase board, boys and girls. But you have your pencils and you're writing lightly so you can erase also, right? Okay, so we have our panda. A couple more things you have to do, remember. This is all the black area. All right, so when you color it in, you're going to color that in black. You're going to think about a background, boys and girls. Here I have mountains. I have some bamboo. I love the bamboo. Let me actually show you just how to make some bamboo quickly. And then I'll let you decide how you're going to do your background. Hopefully you're going to make some mountains and things like that. So bamboo, if you notice, it has sections. It's not one, it's very tall, but it's not one long stalk. And it's wider at the bottom and skinnier at the top. So you're going to do a slightly curved line for the bottom. You can start coming up. You're going to do another slightly curved line. And then a section's going to sit in that. So inside that, you're going to do two more straight lines up. Another section. Do you see how that's working, boys and girls? And then bamboo has also, it has leaves. And I guess we do need some mountains. I'll put a mountain in mine. That's just way too empty. And then, of course, he needs a ground to be on. Say, excuse me, hop over. Okay. So now I have my panda. I would have to color this in, remember, boys and girls, but I won't do that because of the whiteboard. But I'd like for you to give me some background. If you're going to do some shadows and things, remember where your sun's coming from, and then give me some nice shadowing. Okay. So it looks like he's really placed down there. Okay, boys and girls, I hope you have some fun drawing the panda today. And I miss you guys. I hope all is well, and we'll see you soon.